Painting the city of Joburg red. We are here for the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. And this being the final installment, it is always an explosion of emotion on National Heritage Day. 24th of September is now traditionally ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K Day, and we are looking forward to it.
What do you want? When we talk about heritage, it's wonderful that the race is right here in Newtown, Mary Fitzgerald Square, which is so important for South African music. But today is great to see a lot of people also make sure that they run their city, break those records, and also show off their heritage as they enjoy Johannesburg.
Precisely. I mean, we're here at the Market Theatre on our left. We've got one of the most iconic sites in the city of Joburg, jazz clubs, but today the heritage is about running. And let's look at the prize money here. This is what they're running for. 30,000 Rand is what's up for grabs. And I think for me, the ABSA Run Your City series in particular has always been about giving quality opportunities to South African athletes and also to athletes from the rest of the continent to run a world-class race on African soil, and that's some of the money that's up for grabs for the incentives.
And that's the beauty about 2024, where ABSA has made sure to bring in these incentives. It started out in Gqeberha in Cape Town, and it's wonderful to see that these incentives have also pushed our South Africans, like our making sure that we pay to those incentives.
Precisely. Glenrose Kaba, by running her national record at the ABSA Run Your City Durban 10K, earned in excess of 100,000 Rand in incentives. I'm not sure we'll see it here because of the route. This is quite a hilly route, but it's good to see that they've been able to pick up those monies at sea level in Durban, in Cape Town, and in Gqeberha.
Now, looking at the race route, Musibudi, when you compare Johannesburg to Pretoria, we're talking about more hilly courses. This is exactly where they're going to be having to run.
Precisely. This is also a challenging course. It takes in some of the most iconic sites in the city of Joburg. We go over the Nelson Mandela Bridge, and after that, it's up onto the highway. Where else do you get to run on the highway? The double-decker section of the M1 and M2 highway. They run around on the southern fringes of the Johannesburg CBD. And there, when they get to about the 6-kilometer mark, 7K, turn back in towards the center of the city, past the ABSA towers. This is a very fast last 3 kilometers. Last year, Kabelo Mulauzi and Namako Mkhasi covered the last 3Ks in under 8 minutes. So this is a very fast section. And they finish back here at the very Fitzgerald Square for the lightning fast last kilometer.
And the beauty about the route of the Johannesburg ABSA Run Your City series and all the other races is that it's not only about going through the monuments, but also the activations that they do have, making sure that as runners, you get to really enjoy the city, take selfies and the unicorn razzle dazzle. So when we go back to the athletes who come here today, definitely want to look out for the likes of Albert Galant and Gideon doing so well out in Pretoria. But now we come through to Johannesburg. What can we expect from the women's race and the men's race?
Well, starting with the men's race, speaking to Kabelo Manauzi yesterday, he said they made a mistake by letting the Kenyan captain Getich go so early in the race. I don't think we'll see that again this year. This time around, they are likely to watch him very closely. And this is what we are here to see. 27:35 is the time run by Precious Mashele last year. He was in the race. We saw Maxim Chomotong yesterday running 27:36. He ran his first sub-28 in the ABSA Run Your City series 2 years ago. But there they are. Alroy Galant 27:47. I think he'll be one of the men to watch. Kabelo Malauzi, Chris Mhlanga as well. That will likely to be our top 5 here today.
But then you look at the element of Gideon, who was actually running Twanyo on debut, and he really ran strong for 9 kilometers. He is going to be a surprise package today to try and challenge the likes of Mokolo Albert Galant and Kabelo Malauzi.
Precisely. The man from Lesotho who won it in Tshwane is a very top and quality athlete. Let's see if he can do it again, but they're all chasing that man there. Alroy Galant, he's been in fabulous form, and he could make history here today by becoming the first athlete to ever take 5 consecutive top 5 finishes in the ABSA Run Your City series in a single calendar year.
Wow.
It's quite an achievement. Chris Mhlanga can also do it for the top 10.
And that's going to be a cherry on top for Alroy Galant, who's a 3-time Olympian, making sure that he also used the ABSA Run Your City series as a precursor to the Olympics. So this has definitely been a 2024 for Galant to enjoy. But then you also go through to the elite ladies. You've got the likes of Glen Ostava, who also did well, making sure that she also paid true to those incentives. So with Tshwane, she won that. What can we expect from Johannesburg?
Yeah, Glen Ostava, I think, is the overwhelming favorite. She could win by even over a minute. All about Glen Ostava in this race. Maybe Karatapu Mailula and Patricia Sosipo, but we'll be here to watch Glen Ostava.
Well, then this is ABSA Run Your City series. We look at those women. Glen Ostava, definitely one we're going to look out for. What about Patricia Sosipo, who's also an element? She's been doing so well in SA cross country.
Yeah, Patricia Sosipo is good on these types of courses. Very hilly, she's a strong athlete, and she believes that she is ready for her first ever ABSA Run Your City series podium finish. We could see today. Look out for Karabo Mailula, who trains with Glen Ostava, and perhaps one or two others like Millicent Nyaberi, who runs the colors of the Nedbank Running Club, the Kenyan there. But I think it's all about Glen Rose and the others running for second place.
Well, then those are the elite ladies that we will be looking out for today when it comes to ABSA Run Your City series. It is Johannesburg, and today is Heritage Day as we close off what has been an absolutely fantastic series. And as you look there, that is race registration. Cherry, definitely a big part of this race, knowing that already someone has won their Cherry team.
It's an unbelievable feeling to know you come to a race and walk away, run away, leave with a car. That's what will happen today. At the end of this race, someone will drive away in a brand new Cherry Tiggo, and it's a wonderful thing to experience. We look forward to the end of the race when we can see that person walking away with it.
Well, they collected all their race registrations. They're definitely quite excited to run ABSA Run Your City series today. And the cool thing is, we've also seen them come out with their heritage and their traditions, which in Shibelane is really making sure that they decorate their race today with their heritage.
We will see it all. Shibelane. We will see all sorts of traditional dresses, and we look forward to seeing people enjoying themselves on the finish line as the national anthem starts behind us to signal what is the start of a wonderful day here at the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K.
Well, then when we look at the ABSA Run Your City series, we'll talk about the Cherry that's already been won. And that Cherry was won by one of the races here today. And they're going to run the 10K, then run off and get their car as well.
There is our victor. Special moment for her. And she is going to leave with the Cherry Tiggo Pro at the end of this.
Well, then that definitely is a great way to start the race. We are singing the national anthem. It is time to kick off the ABSA Run Your City series Johannesburg 10K. We go through to Ewan Walker out there.
Well, beautiful scene here at the final of the ABSA Run Your City series. This is the 5th race of 2024, and we are at the Mary Fitzgerald Square in Newtown, Johannesburg. The athletes now under starters' orders. Lots of the elite athletes up front there. You can see on the far right of the picture in the boxer colours. We've heard a lot about him this morning already. Alroy Galant, the man who has made history this year, finishing 11th in the Paris Olympic Games marathon, and he's been on the podium in all but one of the ABSA Run Your City series in 2024. He's going to be in great shape. We also will see Max Delite's Kamohelo Mofolo, who took the title last month in the ABSA Run Your City Pretoria 10-kilometer in China, and a host of top athletes there. And there they go. We are expecting a quick run on the streets of Johannesburg today. We've mentioned some of the men's favourites there, Aure Galant, Kamohelo Mofolo, and then in the Nedbank colours we saw the likes of Tete Morena Tijana, Unalene Konkobe and Dan Matshawe, all comrades and Two Oceans stalwarts. And you can see this is the next batch of athletes. So the first batch that went off was the elite athletes and contenders going for the prize money up front, and this will be the A batch, and they go off at intervals of between 1 and 2 minutes. So you can see all those athletes lining up behind there in the different batches, and their times will count from when they go over the mat at the start line. The results are mat to mat, but that first batch that went off there are full of the speedsters in both the men's and women's race, as well as the different age categories. And this is the A batch that is raring to go. Some fast athletes here as well. You see that flag on one of the athletes there. That is part of the Puma Nitro pace setters, the official pace setters of the race. And they will be going through at different timing intervals to get athletes on pace. The first bus will be the sub 40-minute bus. Not too many passengers on that bus, covering 10 kilometers under 40 minutes on the streets of Johannesburg. Quite a tough course that we'll cover this morning, and that's quite fast indeed. And you'll get buses, the sub 40, the sub 50, the sub 1 hour, all the way to the back of the sub 1 hour 30. We call it the halal pace for the social runners. And lots of athletes on the streets of Johannesburg this morning in Newtown. And what a series it's been so far in 2024. The 5th edition for this year. I know organisers have been saying that they will also be trying to look at adding more cities as the years go on, but it's been a fantastic 5-event series this year so far, all culminating in Johannesburg. I'm joined now in a commentary by my fellow commentator Mosogodi, and we set for a thrilling race today.
We are indeed set for a fabulous race, and awesome to see the red, the streets of Jersey painted red for the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. And they will take some of them as much as 5 or 6 minutes to cross that start line. That's because this is a sold out event, and this event has been sold out for quite some time. Traditionally we'll sell out about a week or two before, but this time 3 weeks before the event it was already sold out. Such is the popularity of the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. And they are the multitudes. They run eastwards out of Mary Fitzgerald Square, and now they are crossing Nelson Mandela Bridge, these top runners. So they have already crossed the bridge, and some are only crossing the start line. This is about maybe 800 meters away, almost more than a kilometer away. So that gives you an idea of just how many people they are. And interesting to see Sibusiso Nzima, the Olympian who was at the Olympic Games in 2016, ran alongside Eliud Kipchoge. He is there, and on his right is Wellington Varevi of Nedbank from Zimbabwe, coached by Katbet Nyasango. On the right we see the leading woman, Glen Rose Kaba. Once again she's running alone, and she's got Dan Machailwe for company, the Two Oceans podium finisher.
Yeah, the man on the right-hand side there in the colours of Nedbank, who was second at this year's Comrades Marathon. And the interesting thing that in the ABSA Tshwane 10 kilometre, Glenrose caught Dan Machawe at around about 8 kilometres, so it's very early for Glenrose to be up there with Dan. But as we know, Glenrose in the shape of a life, running an SA record this year of 31 minutes and 12 seconds to eclipse Alana Mayer's former SA record, and she did that at the ABSA Run Your City series down in Durban. But back to the leading men, and this is Edward Jack in the colours of Time Bank, and he is an athlete who is residing in Cape Town.
Yep.
Quite a fast runner, coached by Chris Bruet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And he's taken it out this year. It's quite a contrast, I must say, compared to last year's event, where we saw a really big bunch. We saw a host of the boxer junior athletes in last year's ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10K really take it out, and there was a big bunch that impeded a lot of the Comrades athletes. But as we see now, the pace is fast from the start.
It started much faster, and I think this tells us that we're in for a sub 29 minute clocking. We were 29 low last year because of how slow we started, but the last 3 kilometers of this race are extremely quick. I think they covered it in about 8:01 or 8:02, did Namakwe Nkhasi and Kabza de Fast. And here we've got Elroy Khalans, Sibusiso Nzima, Wellington Varevi, we've got, there's Gideon Kippengetich, Edward Jack, Kabelo Malauzi is there, there's Chris Mshanga. We've got Tumelo Mutlachale there as well, former SA Marathon champion. And we've got Namakwe Khasi as well as Puseleto Mufukeng of the Potch Track Club. So all the main contenders are there. And these three, especially Spusiso Zimana, hilly course can be dangerous. He's driving that pace using the marathon strength.
Definitely, and that was the 2 kilometer mark that they went past there. So 6:14. A little bit slow, but bear in mind there's a lot of uphill in the beginning, so I think that they are going to definitely increase the pace as we see Wellington Varevi now coming through. The interesting thing that we haven't seen yet was Kamohelo Mofolo, but there is Glenrose Kaba, your leading athlete, and she has now caught David Manja in the colours of Nedbank. Johannes Maketla, who's also a Comrades Marathon gold medalist. These are very classy and fast men. It just shows you the pace that Glenrose Kaba has gone out at.
Glenrose Kaba moving well, and once again she is into some of the top men. She has Tabang Musilagwe for company, Dan Machaibe, and there she's got another man from the Happy Bunch there. She goes past 2 kilometers in 7 minutes dead, so 3:30 and 3:30 for that first 2 kilometers is a very quick start, because what she tends to do is when she speeds it up on the flatter parts of the course and downhill, she will maintain 3:10. That is 3 minutes and 10 seconds per kilometer. So expect Glenrose Kaba to speed up, and she's currently operating at about a 32 low, whilst the men are looking at maybe a 28 high.
Most definitely, and you see there on the left-hand side of the picture your leading men, and that includes Namakwe Nkasi, who's sort of running himself back into form, the man who hails from the Lesotho Kingdom, the national record holder with the 27:52. He's a former winner here in the ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10 kilometer, and he's had a bit of an injury-plagued 2024, but nice to see him back in the mix.
Yeah, good to see Namakwe Nkasi back there. When he runs well, he is a wonderful athlete to watch. He won this race before, you remember Namakwe Nkasi, he won it last year, yes, but he won it in the pre-COVID days as well, when it didn't go on the M1 highway. Around 2016, 2017, he was a difficult man to beat. And as we mentioned, Namakwe Nkasi trying to find his best form, so too we can mention Precious Mashele now, who's coming into this bunch. Also, his form hasn't been, according to his own high standards, the best in 2024. He did finish on the podium in the ABSA Run Your City series, but in Durban was disappointing, given that he ran so well for 9 kilometers, ended up in 6th position running 28:01, and in Tshwane failed to finish the race. So good to see Precious Mashele working his way back into this group. But I'm quite impressed with the marathon man there, Tate Mutlakhale. There he is. Mutlakhale is studying in there, but Elroy now starts to accelerate.
This is a definite increase in pace here by Elroy Galant in the colours of the Boxer Running Club. And he's got Nedbank's Wellington Varevi, a 28 low 10 kilometer performer from the ABSA Run Your City series in Gqeberha. And the surprising thing that we've seen at this stage is that although this has been a very telling surge so far, the Kenyan athlete who finished second in Tshwane last month, Gideon Kippengetich, he went out really hard in that Tshwane race. They only caught him with a kilometer to go, together with Kabelo Molauzi, who we see there on the middle of the picture in the colours of Boxer, and the athlete who then eventually won, Max Elite, Kamohelo Mofolo, who we have not actually seen today on the race. So perhaps it did not start this morning from the man, the youngster from Lesotho.
And as we mentioned, I see a little bit of black and red, probably not Kamohelo Mofolo though, but he should have been somewhere up here at the sharp end of the field, so perhaps possibly he wouldn't be running. Wellington Varevi, he enjoyed a good first half of 2024. He ran the Total Sports Two Oceans Half Marathon, which was won by Tabang Musiago, but Wellington Varevi was in that chase group for a while, of 5 athletes, including himself, Kamohelo Mofolo, Musiako, George Kush, and here he is running a little bit better there, and Gideon Kippengetich now tracking Varevi and Elroy Galant. I spoke to this man this morning, Gideon Kipngetich making that Kenyan tea. I'm sure you've had the Kenyan tea many a times, Kieran. They call it chai. Very milky, very sweet, lots of sugar. And over that tea this morning, I said to him, are you winning this time around? He said, yeah, last time I went out a little bit hard and I learned a lot about the South African athletes. It was my first race in South Africa. But this time around I'll be a little bit more careful, but I want to correct my mistakes from last time. And if he wants to correct his mistakes, he finished second, it means he can only finish first. Now Gideon Kipngetich starts to go as Glendrose Kara once again pushes the pace here in the women's race. And she has no one for company. It looks like Glendrose Kara is going to win this one quite comfortably. The question again, can she dip under 32 minutes once again at altitude?
Well, she did it in Tshwane, picking up that 60,000 Rand SA incentive for going under 32.08. As we saw, the men had just gone past the 4 kilometer mark, so you can already see that they had increased that pace over that first 2K. But already Dan Machalwe and David Mandia already dropping off that pace already, and you can see that national record there of 31 minutes and 12 seconds, eclipsing the former record by a scant 1 second, and that was down at the ABSA Run Your City Durban, a 10 kilometer. She also took a victory last week in the Spa Ladies Quebec 10 kilometer, taking the scalp of Taubinare, who only finished third on that day. And I'm very interested to see what Glenrose is going to do at the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, where she makes her marathon debut, now catching another one of the top elite athletes, Joel Mone.
Yeah, 31:22 at the Spa in 3 days ago on Saturday, and that tells you something. She came within 10 seconds of her national record. She is making these men pay. Look, there's Joel Mone, who is more than a decent athlete, and he's struggling to hold on. We've got Johannes size 10 Mageta, Munnawa Comrades Marathon gold medalist. He's also been made to pay with this pace. Glendrose Kara is in the form of her life. And you mentioned that marathon debut, which we're all looking forward to. She could debut with a new SA record. There is a little bit of pressure on her to attack Gerda Steen's mark. And just talking to her yesterday, she mentioned the fact that she's not concerned, not worried about her time. She just wants to enjoy the distance. So she will go out at the marathon and try and enjoy the distance, and I know she'll have Sean Oldner for company. So looking forward to what the two of them could do together. 42 kilometers there at the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon. Those two running together could attack that record, and will need kilometer speed, so good to see it moving. But in the men's race now, Gideon Kipngetich starts to forge ahead. Elroy Galant, Chris Mhlanga, Kabza de Fast, we mentioned it, it's Chris Bubezi Mhlanga, it's Elroy Meneer Galant, Kabza de Fast Mulauzi, Gideon Kipngetich, as well as Namakwing. They are the ones. This top 4 is 4 of the top 5 from the ABSA Run Your City Tshwane 10K. It's unfolding just as we expected, and once again on the slightly more challenging part of the course, Gideon Kipngetich is making them pay. This time around I think they'll stick much closer to him.
I think they will definitely, and you can see the 3 boxer athletes that are tracking Gideon Kipngetich. I must say, Kabelo Malaudzi on the right-hand side looks very comfortable, just sitting there behind Elroy Galant. They're tracking the Kenyan athletes who, bear in mind, in the ABSA Run Your City Tshwane 10 kilometer went up really hard from the start. As you see there, 5 kilometers, 14:43, so not lightning fast, but as you mentioned, that second half is a lot quicker, and there's that long downhill finish here at Mary Fitzgerald Square, where we are based for that finish. But he got run down in the ABSA Run Your City Tshwane 10 kilometer on a downhill, and he's got a host of who's who of South African distance running behind him.
An important moment there. A word was shared between Elroy Galant and Kabelo Malaudzi. They were the two who drove the pack that chased Gideon Kipngetich and Tshwane. Speaking to them after the race, Malaudzi told me that him and Elroy decided that we've got to go and try and catch this man. He's gone too far. So I see a little bit of talking there. It means there's these three are working together to try and catch Gideon Gedich. But look at the gap though. It is certainly growing. Namako and Khasi struggling to stay in touch. And on this side, we have Glen Rose Kaba looking comfortable. Janice Maketa once again has been her bodyguard, keeping her company. And you can see that big shoe, size 12. He's a man who wears a big shoe. That's why they call him size 12. Janice Maketa, and he's offering her some company. But Glen Rose Kaba, we cannot see another woman anywhere close. She is moving extremely well. And the man who's behind him there, Ruben, he is one of those who trains with the happy bunch of Tete Tijana and Edward Mutivi. He's also a man who's won a good few races, including this year's Tshwane North Ultra 50K, the TNU. So he's also a quality athlete, but when it comes to 10 kilometers, few can stick with Supercharger. She now goes past the 5-kilometer mark.
It was around about 16 minutes and 20 seconds there unofficially, which would get her onto a projected tempo of 32:40, and she's just going to get faster and faster in that second half. But this is your leading man right now, Gideon Kippengetich, and that gap is starting to slowly come down a little bit. Now Aure Galant dropping back, and it is the boxer athlete Chris Mhlanga who's really taking Kabelo Molaudzi together with him. And you can see that PB there, 28 minutes and 42 seconds coming from that ABSA Run Your City Tshwane 10 kilometer. He's a man who's really come from a track pedigree. He's run 13 minutes low over the 5,000 meter distance, basing himself in Japan as well. And a lot of the Kenyan athletes who come from that Japanese system, you know that these guys are really brutal racers. They train in tough conditions, they train under systematic systems, so to speak, and he's showing it now.
A very good example of one of those Kenyans who comes from those Japanese bred systems of corporate relays, I beg your pardon, and corporate racing is the great Sammy Wanjiru, who has since passed away. You remember he won the Olympic marathon going back to Beijing in 2008 and won many a big city marathon. Making them pay did Sammy Wanjiru, running with his head to the side. And that's how good he was. He spent a lot of his time based in Japan where he was loved. And Gideon Kippengetich comes from the same stable. Now Elroy Galant begins to fall behind for the first time, and we see Chris Mhlanga and Kabelo Molaudzi working together. Molaudzi's coach Richard Meyer will be here watching this, as will Chris Mhlanga's coach Henrik Ramala, who will have made the short trip from Zoo Lake. They'll be here to cheer these two on, and these two will have to work together to try and get close to Gideon Kippengetich. Chris Mhlanga looking for his first ever ABSA Run Your City Series podium finish. Can he get it today? Glen Rose Kaba, well, she's used to the podium finishes. She's been doing what we call Operation Teka Ikwashi, Operation Fat Alice, and she could win it again. The question today is, by how many minutes will Glen Rose Kaba win today's ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K?
That will be the question, and also can she dip under that 32 minutes and 8 seconds, which will add her an extra 60,000 rand on top of her 30,000 rand first prize, which she's well on her way. I mean, she's been dropping some of the elite men as if they are out on a Sunday long run, although they are giving it their best. But back to the men's race, and another slight income as they come off that bridge to go into the city centre proper of Johannesburg, and you can see that prize money that Gideon Kippengetich is really eyeing out there. 30,000 rand for first, 25,000 rand for second, 20,000 rand rounding off that podium in third, and paying 3,000 rand all the way down to 10th place.
Yeah, good to see the payments going all the way down to 10th, and good to see ABSA spending the money, splashing the prize money, and also splashing some of those incentives. Now there's been a break up there at the back in the fight for second place for the 25,000 rand. Chris Mhlanga just inching ahead of Kabelo Molaudzi. He's left him. Elroy Galant disappearing into fourth place. He'll have to work hard to hold on to fourth. Gideon Kippengetich looking strong, but now Chris Mhlanga will have to work hard. Mhlanga having taken third place behind Kabelo Molaudzi at the Athletic South Africa Cross Country Championships just a fortnight ago at the Isak Stale Stadium. at the Vaal University of Technology. This time he wants to upgrade. This time he wants second, or maybe he could even take first. Chris Mhlanga will know that it's not time to give up yet, and now they get to the fast part of the course. Remember that at the ABSA Radio City Tshwane 10K, these last 3 kilometers is where the South Africans and the man from Lesotho, Kamelo Mofolo, gave chase and caught Gedich. They want to use this downhill section of the race now, these last 3 kilometers, and try and finish in about 8 minutes, or maybe even 7:59 if they fly, to assure themselves a victory as they now get close to going past those ABSA towers. Gideon Gedich will know that victory is in his sights.
And it's going to be really hard to run down the Kenyan athletes in that final 3 kilometer. That gap now, you can see Christian Mhlanga trying his very hardest to close it down, but it's going to be quite tough. But what a race that Christian Mhlanga from South Africa in the colours of Boxer is running at the moment. He started in Gqeberha earlier this year, finishing 8th in the Run City Gqeberha 10 kilometer. He then went to Cape Town, finishing 9th. He was 9th again in the ABSA Run City Durban 10 kilometer, where he got his personal best time of 28 minutes and 24 seconds. And he was 5th last month in the most recent ABSA Run City 10 kilometer in Tshwane. But here is your leading lady, Glenrose Akaba, who has now caught Sami Kipkorea, the Nedbank Kenyan elite athlete, and this is a really fast marathon runner. Just shows you the speed that Glenrose Akaba is running on the streets of Jozi this morning.
Glenrose is making them pay. She's running now like she used to as a junior, and many will remember that when she was running in Mpumalanga, many of the senior men then used to say, make sure you don't get beaten by Glenrose. Now based in the nation's capital, coached by Casta and Lidile Simenya. She's doing a fabulous job and continues to scare some of the elite men. Running well is Glenrose Akaba, as is this man here, Gideon Gedich, looking to upgrade. He's second from a month ago to first this time around. He now moves through the fastest section of the course, and this through the Johannesburg Central Business District will be a flat course where he can use that track speed. Look at that knee lift, that leg lift. His leg goes all the way up, and that leg extension shows that this is a man with a strong track pedigree as he enters that Puma Forever Faster. And this 100-meter split will give us an idea of just how fast he goes. He enters at 23:11, and this Puma Forever Faster 100 give us an idea of just how fast this man is operating, and whether or not he can be caught by Chris Mhlanga behind him, who's trying to chase him down. And I make it to be 23:11 to a good 16-17 seconds. So he's moving very, very well indeed. But Chris Mhlanga's still there. Mhlanga's not going away. He might still be able to catch him.
Yeah, so it was 5 seconds there, that gap to Chris Mhlanga in a second place. But a little look back there by Kipin Getich. But I think, you know, just looking at him, he's got that high knee lift. He's still got quite a drive. Kabelo Malautsi now 10 seconds back in the 3rd position. So barring some catastrophe in these final 2 kilometers, you can see Namakwe Nkasi is 24 seconds back, but Ulrich Galant, who's going for history to try and make that top 5 in all 5 races of the ABSA Run City Series in 2024. Can he do it? He's dropping back quite considerably.
He's dropping back considerably. He might be a little bit tired. He'll have to look at the gap that he holds behind him. He'll have to hold on for dear life now. Will Ulrich Galant to stay inside that top 5? Namakwe Nkasi picking up some places, but you think that the gap to Kabelo Malautsi should be okay for Malautsi to hang on to a podium. Malautsi going for a 3rd consecutive ABSA Run City Series podium finish, and he looks to have that sewn up because they are now on the fastest section of the course.
And it almost looks that like Gideon Kipin-Getich has actually increased his tempo there. You can see that knee is lifting a lot higher, that drive is there, and I think that gap now growing further than the 5 seconds we just saw at that Puma Bolt Forever 100. And it's going to be interesting to see as well who the quickest is through that section. back in Tshwane last month at the ABSA Run Your City series in the Tshwane 10 kilometer. It was LJ van Zyl who actually ran the fastest split there, a shade over 12 seconds.
Yeah, but he stopped, took his breath, had a coffee, had a push-up or two, and then did it. LJ van Zyl, one of the best Olympic hurdlers ever to do it. And now is Glen Rose Kaba goes to that Puma Forever Faster. So she's just what? She's about 2 minutes behind, 2.5 minutes behind the lead men. So that tells you how fast she's moving. 2.5 minutes behind as she has the Nedbank trio for company. And that is Maheta, that is Samikip Korea, and the third.
It'll be interesting to see who that third was as we see there. Gideon Kippengetic, 1 kilometer to go. So we're going to see a time of perhaps 29.0 something, or if we can have that very fast final kilometer, we'll see a sub 29-minute finish. It is a downhill finish. It's a very fast finish where we are here at Mary Fitzgerald Square. But I think right now we are looking at your 2024 ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10 kilometer champion. That gap not closing.
The gap not closing, but Chris Mhlanga still there. Mhlanga chasing his first podium finish at the ABSA Run Your City series. But this is the man to watch. Gideon Kippengetic looking to upgrade second place to first. 29 minutes is what we're looking at. Maybe we can dip just inside. It will not be a new course record though. But this man looking comfortable now, and he's just maintaining. He stepped on the accelerator a little bit, and now what he's doing very well, he's maintaining, he's holding the pace. And it means that if you have to catch him, you have to run faster coming from behind. Mhlanga is disappearing into the background. He'll have to settle for second place because this man has certainly won it. And it is at the second time of asking, comes to the ABSA Run Your City series and wins it. Gideon Kippengetic looking comfortable.
Looking comfortable indeed. It is a Gideon Kippengetic from Kenya who is looking very likely to be your champion now. Just around about another minute 20 or so to go before the finish comes in sight there for Kippengetic. He ran a well-judged race last month in the ABSA Run Your City Tshwane 10 kilometer. He really went out hard just after the first kilometer and was caught by a really fast finishing Kamohelo Mofolo and Kabelo Molauti, who's currently in that third place, but he's made that final turn. You can see the legs are really going fast, that turnover, very high cadence, and this is going to be your champion, and he's going to smash that 29-minute barrier perhaps. So that final kilometer, Mosigodi, I would say very close to 2 minutes 40 towards the end.
It's a fast finish from the Kenyan. Gideon Kippengetic, second at the ABSA Run Your City Tshwane 10K, comes to the City of Gold and emerges victorious, runs away with gold, upgrades second to first and wins the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. Take a bow, sub 29, and he secures a memorable victory here and is turning out to a sprint finish for second place. Kabelo Molauti trying to chase down Chris Mhlanga, but I think Mhlanga will hold on. Chris Mhlanga announces himself as the coming man, celebrates the first ever ABSA Run Your City series podium finish, and Mr. Consistency comes at a fast on the podium yet again in the ABSA Run Your City series. Third in Tshwane, third in Joburg, and the class athletes. Elroy Galant is in the top 5 once again.
Your former champion there, Namakwe Nkasi, in the colours of Nedbank, coming through for that fourth place, but Elroy Galant in the colours of Boxer making history for finishing in the top 5 in all 5 races of this year's 2024 ABSA Run Your City series. A beautiful finish there by Elroy Galant, clocking that sub 30-minute clocking, and great performance there as we see Marco Meyer welcoming Elroy Galant across the line there, as well as James Molloy, President of Athletics South Africa. So a 5th place finish there by Elroy Galant, and he'll be very, very happy with that performance.
The South African record holder, ladies and gentlemen.
A beautiful shot here of the finish here of the ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10 kilometer at the Mary Fitzgerald Square down in Newtown in Johannesburg. And there is your winner being interviewed by the media, Gideon Kippengetich from Kenya. An official time of 28 minutes and 51 seconds. You see a lot of the media there getting their photos. Those will be blasted all over the national newspapers tomorrow, as well as on social media today. But back to your leading lady, and just as it has been since the beginning of the race, Glenrose Gaba in the colours of the Boxer Running Club. She has had a 2024 season of note, picking up Ilana Meyer's SA record over 10 kilometers down at the ABSA Run Your City Durban 10 kilometer. And a look at this time that she is running today. She is going to absolutely smash that cash incentive that is on offer for the South African athletes here. And coming fresh off that victory from the Spa Women's 10 kilometer in Gqeberha on Saturday. So yeah, she is again in action. And she is going to really obliterate the course record here as well. And the time that she will be looking to get under is 32 minutes and 8 seconds, which she is going to do comfortably. She's going to pick up an additional 60,000 Rand to go for that 30,000 Rand prize money for first. And there she is, your 2024 ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10 kilometer champion, Glenrose Gaba.
That she has run away with. She is in supreme form, not just breaking 30.
Great performance there by Glenrose. It'll be interesting to see who the second lady is going through the Puma Bolt 100-meter section. The second place athlete at that stage was the Max Elite athlete Blandina Makatisi from Lesotho, who was at that stage 1 minute and 32 seconds behind Agaba through that 8 kilometer mark. So we're going to be waiting for some time for the second athlete to come across, and that just shows you the brutal domination of Glenrose Agaba on the streets of Johannesburg this morning. And she is in the greatest shape of her life, looking forward to that marathon debut in Cape Town next month. And she will be up against Sean Oldno, perhaps both of them giving an eye out on that SA marathon record, which belongs to Gerdestein, which she set that new national record last year in the Valencia marathon. And can we see a new SA record? It's going to be close in the streets of Cape Town as we see Dan Mashawe coming across, but down on the finish, let's hear from our winner.
We're at the finish line of the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K with our winner from today. Here he is, Gideon Kippengetich, our victor for today. Congratulations. How do you feel, my brother?
I'm feeling well.
How was the race today?
This was good, but the wind. Yeah.
Was very windy.
Yeah, windy.
You said in Tshwane, when you came here last time, that this time you wanted to do better than the second place. What did you do in your training so that you could win today?
Last time I went to Kenya and I trained hard. That is why I did better today.
You trained hard. So what did you think of the guys that you faced, your competition in today's race?
The competition was good. There was no like the other one last time.
And lastly, how did you enjoy your time in South Africa last time and today? This morning you were drinking the chai. How was it today in South Africa?
It was good. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Gideon Kippengetich, our victor at the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. Congratulations, my brother. And he did very well there. The chai works. The chai team. If you want to win, the chai works. Now, coming to join me here is Elroy Galant, a man who made history today by becoming the first athlete ever to run 5 consecutive top 5 finishes at the ABSA Run Your City Series in a single calendar year, and he was also at the Olympic Games. A busy year for Elroy Galant. Elroy, how was your run today? Congratulations.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I'm happy with the performance today. You know, the goal was a podium finish, but I mean, top 5 is still good for me, especially looking at the year. I had a big year, you know, starting off with Seville, going to the Olympics, and to be honest, I can feel I'm a little bit tired, you know, not just physically, but also mentally, and I'm honest in that. But I mean, it's still consistency that's so for me to get a top 5 performance, you know, so I'm really happy and blessed to have such a wonderful actually year.
You made history. You're the first man who's ever done it. 5 top 5s all the way through. What's the key to that consistency that you talk about?
Yeah, I think it's just the consistency in preparation and training, you know, but also then mentally as well, you know, in terms of what I told myself this year, to believe in myself, to believe again in my strong points, you know. So every time when I step onto the field to run, you know, I tell myself, Yara, you can do it. And I think for me this year it was something whereby I proved myself actually that I can still do it. And there was a lot of personal growth for me as a person, you know, individually that occurred, and that overflowed to my performance. So I would say the training one side, but obviously the mental side played a big role this year.
You still got a few more races before the year ends. How do you get yourself up? Because you said you're feeling a little bit tired. How do you stay focused for those runs?
Yeah, it's not easy. Honestly, it's not easy, especially coming from Olympics where you had a high, you know, in terms of mental preparation. So that hunger, you know, that motivation, it sides a little bit, you know, it disappears a little bit. But I mean, for me, like I said, the consistency is there. So the platform is there, the foundation is there. So I can just build from that foundation and finish the year off good.
Elroy Galant, one of South Africa's finest, 3-time Olympian, and he made history today by finishing once again in the top 5 at the ABSA Run Your City Series. Elroy, congrats, well done, my brother.
Thank you so much.
They are just brilliant.
Now next up, we've got right, next up, we've got Glen Rose Kaba. Victor, once again, yesterday we made a joke about Operation Teka in Kwashu. So she's done it. Operation Fatalis. Glen Rose Kaba, how do you do it? Congratulations first. How was the race today?
My race went well, went according the way I planned. But yeah, the course is very tough. And the wind was so very strong along the course. But I'm just happy that I'm able to do good and run first time in England.
You won it. Last time you came second here in 2022, and this time you won it. You won in Swane a month ago. You won the Total Sports Women's race here in Joburg. What's the secret to Operation Fatalis?
I can just say that it's training very hard all the time and focusing and listening coach what she said all the time, and come to the race and ready and stay focused and work so hard always and believe in yourself. To stay consistent, you need to be disciplined and stay motivated and believe in yourself and work hard always.
Now lastly, everyone is looking forward to your debut over the marathon distance. That's coming up in just about a month's time at the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon on the 20th of October. Tell us about that, preparing for that, and how these 10 kilometers form part of your training program for your first marathon.
I can say that I'm using those 10K for stay fast and able to have speed, because even marathon wants a little bit of speed. So I use those 10K to stay consistent, and so that even I get there in marathon with that load of mileage and able to maintain a pace, because I know that it will be my first marathon and it will be hard. But they say first thing does not be hard, second one will be hard. So I'm focusing to do good and enjoying marathon, so that I can see that in future I can able to do it or not. But I can say that I'm using those races to stay consistent.
31:12. She is the fastest South African woman ever to run the 10 kilometers. She won again here at the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. Congratulations to Glen Rose Kaba. We will see you over 42 kilometers soon.
Well, great interview there with Glenrose Akaba, your champion this morning, unofficially running 31 minutes and 55 seconds. A really, really dominant victory with Blandina Makatisi from Max Elite from Lesotho finishing a distant second there, 2 minutes and 9 seconds back. But if you missed the action this morning, this is how it went down at 8 o'clock. The elite batch of contenders went out there, and it was Sibusiso Nzima in the left-hand side of the picture there, who really took it out from the start, covering that first 2 kilometers in a shade of over 6 minutes, and just showing how tough the nature of this course was in the beginning. He had Elray Galant in the colours of Boxer Running Club right on his heels, together with Nedbank's Wellington Varevi, a top 10 perennial performer in the ABSA Run Your City series 10 kilometer. But as they made their way back on the Nelson Mandela Bridge over the race finish menu, it was Elray Galant Varevi and the Kenyan Gideon Kipingetich, who was second in last month's ABSA Run Your City Shwane 10 kilometer, who started to slowly increase the pace. And this was going to be the question: was this the winning move? As you could see there, Kipingetich, the wind blowing quite strong there on the bridge, but just after the 5 kilometer mark, it was the Kenyan athlete Kipingetich who really made a break for it. But the question would be, could he hold on? He had the 2 boxer athletes, Chris Mklanga and Akabelo Molauti, chasing him. But as he made his way through that Puma Forever Faster 100-meter dash sprint, he had a lead of 6 seconds. And he made that final turn on the long downhill here through to the finish, unchallenged, as he turned his second place finish last month into a win. And Gideon Kipingetich taking that victory ahead of Christian Klanga, who saw himself on the podium for the first time in the ABSA Run Your City series, with former champion Kabelo Molauti rounding off that podium in third. So your unofficial times: Gideon Kipingetich, a new course record of 28 minutes and 51 seconds ahead of Christian Klanga and Kabelo Molauti. Elray Galant in 5th place, making history as the first athlete in the series to finish in the top 5 in all 5 races of the same year. Max Elite Simon Sibeko finishing there in the 6th, just under 30 minutes with 29 minutes and 59 seconds, with the former Comrades champion Edward Motibi rounding off that top 10 finish. But down on the finish, Mosibodi has another guest.
Well, joining me now is a man who is no stranger to our television cameras, because he is a man who has been a servant to the city of Joburg. He is now in a different portfolio. He is the MMC for Community Development, which in the City of Gold includes sports, arts and culture. Marina Kabelo Kwamanda, thank you so much for joining us this morning. You said you didn't run this time, but you're going to run next time. I'm getting you on camera to commit that next year we want to see you crossing that finish line.
Look, our people need leaders that lead by example. So the commitment that I'm making today is one that I'm, in fact, training and preparing to see through.
Good, I love it. But let's talk about what the city of Joburg brings to this race. I mean, so far as the Metro Police are concerned, the road closures, some of the services, we went on a cleanup on Saturday and found that there wasn't much to clean up because it was that clean. Talk to us about what the city does for an event like this.
So let's just first talk about the event itself. The event for the city is a platform for us to showcase our developmental plan, our rejuvenation plan, amongst others, our consistent approach towards the reinstatement of the city of Johannesburg. ABSA has been able to assist us in a social environment to foster social cohesion by bringing people from all walks of life, especially on Heritage Day, for them to experience a tour around the city without the threat of violence, without having to be disgusted by the dirt and grime that was prevalent in the past. This is an opportunity for us to show the residents that we are working for them tirelessly. And we've partnered with the ABSA amongst other stakeholders that are partnering with the city in our endeavors to reinstate the city of gold.
Precisely. So an event like this is very important, and I think it's also a catalyst to say that if we can do it for events like this, then we can do it throughout the year. It shows that we've got the capacity. Lastly, MMC, what specifically does the city bring on board? Because lots of people will be watching events like this thinking, this is the Joburg that we want to live in.
No, the city of Johannesburg is bringing a commitment that this is not a one-off initiative. It's an ongoing process. As you would have seen, we started in a different precinct during the rugby season. Now it's a marathon, and we are in a different precinct, and it's all the same approach of the reinstatement of the city of Johannesburg. Better safety, better or cleaner streets, and we are working tirelessly to ensure that we also ensure that potholes are closed and people don't experience those damages and hazards.
From your lips to God's ears, that's our MMC for Community Development in the city of Joburg, Tate Kabelo Kwamanda. Let's see what happened in the women's race at the ABSA Joburg 10K earlier this morning.
Well, 8 a.m. it was the start of the ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10 kilometer, the fifth race of the 2024 series. And it was all about Glenrose Akaba, who took an early lead, running together with some of the comrades gold medalists there, Dan Machaule with the cap backwards, and Johannes Marketla, who we saw together with her as well in last month's ABSA Run Your City Schwale 10 kilometer, but making her way through the 2 kilometer mark. At this stage, she wasn't that far behind the lead men as she started to slowly but surely catch some of those elite men. You see Dan Machaule there just off the pace, but going through that Puma Forever Faster water station, Glenrose Akaba had caught up to Joan Morne, a perennial top 10 finisher in the ABSA Run Your City series, a 10 kilometer. So it just shows that the pace that she was going off at was really, really fast. She went through the halfway mark in a shade of over 16 minutes and 25 seconds unofficially, as she made her way through that Puma Forever Faster 100 meter dash. Still with Johannes Marketla, they call him Size 12, the big man who is a multiple Comrades Marathon gold medalist. But that final turn down to Mary Fitzgerald Square, and it was Glenrose Akaba, unofficially 31 minutes and 55 seconds, picking up an additional 60,000 Rand incentive there for the time bonus, with Max Elites at Blandina Makatisi finishing a distant second, a shade over 2 minutes behind there, with the next athlete through, Karabo Mailula, in the colours of the Tuks, rounding off that podium. These are your unofficial results. Glenrose Akaba, dominant victory this morning on the streets of Johannesburg, 31 minutes and 55 seconds, a new course record, ahead of Blandina Makatisi and Karabo Mailula, rounding off that podium in third. Going all the way down to former Comrades Marathon gold medalist Achalaletsan Mecho, rounding off that top 10 with a 36 minutes and 41 seconds performance. Well, some of these runners are coming through here to the finish at Mary Fitzgerald Square, and they would have enjoyed their race really, really well. We saw one of the social runners coming across the line, Rachel Beaton, and she will definitely be there on Instagram. But just a recap of the ABSA Run Your City Series 2024. We started earlier in the year in Gqeberha, and it was a Kenyan domination, with Vincent Kibet Langat taking victory together with Diana Chepkorir, who took victory in the women's race. It was a repeat offence by the winners of Gqeberha in Cape Town before the series made their way down to Durban. It was a really, really fast 27-minute 47-second course record there by Elra Galant, picking up the victory with Christina Njorki in the victory there in the women's race. But today it was Gideon Ekipengete who returned that title back to Kenya. But as these athletes make their way through to the finish, we'll take a short break, but we will be back shortly.
The 2024 Live Golf League turns towards home this week. Live brings its brand of golf that simply never stops.
In what world?
Incredible!
In what world?
Unstoppable. Second ace of the day.
In what world?
Oh, what a shot. Absolutely. That's one of the great moments in Live Golf history. Oh, yes. It's raining one performance.
In what world? Your world of champions.
An attitude of whatever it takes is impossible to stop.
Guys, look over there. Oh wow, now that's some out of this world hitting. Surely it's gonna be their year. They're doing whatever it takes.
Back the Proteas women in their quest for T20 World Cup glory. Catch all the action on your World of Champions.
Been a fairly gloomy start to the season for these Everton fans.
There's no doubt that Newcastle come into this game favourites.
Two teams, vividly contrasting starts. What a wonderful goal!
It's sack for Newcastle! Elimination! Hugely intriguing clash. All the stars in one place, the Premier League on SuperSport.
Here's your chance to rep your school on the national stage. It's track and field. We're #Golden Champions. It's all going down live on SuperSport.
Yes, you're watching the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K and we're at the finish line. The 15-minute bus has just come in. It was dead on time. It means that people are enjoying themselves. But it's a celebration of our national heritage, I beg your pardon, because the 24th of September has become synonymous with the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. Joining me is the man whose brainchild this was, who is the founder of the ABSA Run Your City series and the director of Stillwater Sports, Michael Mayer. Michael, thanks for your time. Good morning. How's your morning been so far?
Well, everybody, I must say I'm very, very excited. I mean, this is the final of 5 events in the ABSA Run Your City series, and to see thousands of runners on the N2 running on the highway just above us here, while the elite athletes, world-class athletes are finishing, it's a dream come true. And I think as a phenomenon, I think the ABSA Run Your City series is an unbelievable sporting event that brings South Africa together, and it can't be more fitting than on Heritage Day today. So we're really excited to see all these runners running, and as we speak there's over 12,000 runners still on the route, and we hope they all have a fantastic run.
12,000 on the route, as you say, and this one, I think, out of all of the ABSA Run Your City series events, is the one that galvanizes people into action, as you say, because this one sold out long before it's become a real event on that calendar of National Heritage Day, as you mentioned.
Yes, as you know, the first 3 events are at the coast, in Gqeberha, Cape Town and Durban, and we really focus on world-class performances, but I think the focus in this event is about South Africans coming together. It's Heritage Day. And you know, it's quite emotional to stand on the start line and see 13,000 runners singing short Zoloza, and then just having this amazing electric atmosphere. So it's a huge injection of positivity into the streets of Johannesburg today, and we love being here. We love being part of the event. We want to thank each and every one of the 50,000 runners this year that have supported the series.
For the series to happen, for these runners to have a wonderful day out, we need sponsors. And I think ABSA have really come to the party with the Run Your City series in particular. They've used their entire machinery, including people who work at ABSA and all the colleagues, to get behind this event. I think there's something to be said for what they brought to this.
Of course, ABSA have thousands of employees running today, but you know, when we approached them in 2021, we were coming out of the throes of COVID, and it wasn't a popular thought to talk about mass participation sport. And here we are 3 years later. It's the end of a highly successful series, all the events selling out across the series, and so we can't wait for 2025.
Any secrets you want to tell us about 2025?
Not yet. I think we'll enjoy the day today, but a huge thanks to Puma other partner, Cherry, without them, who challenge us all the time in terms of innovating the series, we wouldn't be able to deliver what we do. So we look forward to working with ABSA, Puma, and Cherry and our other partners to create an even better series in 2025.
Precisely, that's Michael Mayer. He is the man who brings this ABSA Run Your City series to life. And we mentioned ABSA, so let's hear from ABSA. Michael, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. And let's hear from this man here, Kaifas Shilenge, Dr. Kaifas Shilenge, who is Regional Executive for Products at ABSA. And they often give us a time. They'll tell us, look out for the man that you have to interview, I beg your pardon, from ABSA, and he'll be finishing in X time. Sometimes they'll tell us 1 hour 30, 1 hour 10, and the person will be maybe 10 or 15 minutes late. But this man here, an ultra marathon runner, a runner finished 30 seconds earlier than we expected him. 44:32. Firstly, congratulations. How was your run?
Thank you so much, Musibudi. It's very lovely to be here this morning again, racing the streets of Johannesburg. The run was lovely as usual. Beautiful to see, the field filled up with over 12,000 runners and just painting the town red with the ABSA colors. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And you are wearing that wonderful red of the ABSA, but also the red goes with that ABSA, that new positioning about your story matters. What does that mean? Because I went to the expo, I saw people writing little notes and pasting them on the wall. Your story matters. How does that fit into this ABSA in terms of the ABSA Run Your City series?
Yeah, so I think this for us is really an opportunity to showcase our presence in society, to showcase, the force for good and the social impact that we have in the communities in which we operate. And so, if you look at the tagline, your story matters, it's really about saying to our customers and everyone, that's out here running with us, that your story resonates with us as a bank. We are here to listen to your story, make sure that the communities that are here, no matter your fitness level, your story matters, come out here and run with us and let's live a healthy lifestyle.
Precisely. So your story matters, and we invite you to join that ABSA running club on Strava so you can be a part of that force for good. Every kilometer you run, R1 you raise, and that money at the end of the year tallies up and goes to various good causes. That's exactly what he's talking about. We are done for 2024. What can we look forward to in 2025?
I think the exciting thing about this year is we started adding, like we did last year, more cities right to the run. We started in Gqeberha, we went to Cape Town, we went to Durban, and then Tshwane, and then Johannesburg. I think next year we can certainly look forward to a continued, run on those, 5 cities. And who knows, maybe we'll find out from our communities what other cities can we add to this edition, right? Just to make sure that we're painting the entire country red and you really start to enjoy this health and fitness lifestyle.
Well, he's not lying. He lives by example because he's a fit man. He showed me 44:32 is what he ran here today. Congratulations. Kaifas Shilenge, Munnawa ABSA, thank you so much for your time, my brother, and enjoy the rest of your day. Tada. Time goes out on the route, bringing you more fun, more festivities, and more from the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K.
Well, it is ABSA Run Your City series in Johannesburg, and the ABSA High 5-kilometer mark is always a vibe. And believe it to the Heritage Day, we are celebrating her in a very helpful way. We're releasing our mental health in a very good way. Happy Heritage Day, guys. It's ABSA Run Your City 10K, Joburg 10K. It's a beautiful day. We were working in Tshwane, and everybody comes and hits the high fives. Do they actually do that today? Do you encourage them to do that? Absolutely. It's the high five zone area. So the entrance is free, but the code is high five. High five in the area, brother. High five. The whole city of Johannesburg is here. The firemen ran away, but the beauty is that shows the beauty of the city of Johannesburg. Even the firefighters are here to fight off the border.
Well, Tato having a lot of fun there out on the course. And as we've seen in all 5 editions of this race, that's the best place to be out on the course, painting these streets red with those ABSA Puma runners t-shirts, and thousands of athletes out on the road. As we heard there earlier, a field of just over 12,000 athletes taking to the streets of Johannesburg this morning, and they are still pulling through here at Mary Fitzgerald Square, the finish in Newtown, Johannesburg. And a lot of these athletes will be really happy with their performance today, still running a time of under 1 hour, so under 6 minutes per kilometer for those athletes coming through. And shortly all of these achievements will be on all their various social media platforms with their medals and their time. But the race, not just about the 10 kilometer on the day, but also, as they have done in all 5 cities this year, is the ABSA City Cleanup. Great initiative here by ABSA, their fellow staff members and also participants of the race, coming together and keeping our cities clean. As you see there, ABSA, a force for good. This was the Johannesburg City Cleanup, and it was a rather chilly day, which saw these different individuals cleaning the streets of Johannesburg. They had to contend with the cold as well as the rain, but that didn't deter them at all. And the goal there by ABSA was to clean the city. Cleaning the city indeed is what they did. Great initiative here by ABSA. We saw it in Gqeberha, Tshwane, Durban and Cape Town as well.
At the finish line of the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K, we are joined now by some of the faster social runners. These are people who've completed 10Ks in under an hour. So first things first, 1, 2, 3, congratulations! Congratulations! Now, they are a group coming from several different areas, and we have 1 or 2 ABSA colleagues here, ABSA employees. I believe you work at ABSA?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, where are you from?
I'm Spongile, ABSA Marketing Relationship Banking.
Are you here because you joined this event? Are you here because your boss said you must run?
I love running. It keeps me fit physically, mentally, and it makes me feel empowered.
Your name?
I'm Monique.
Monique, where are you from?
I'm actually from Johannesburg, so I just ran my city and it feels so good.
You enjoyed it?
I loved it. I really, really did. And I made a new friend in the experience as well. Hey?
Yeah. Your name, the new friend?
My name is Isaac. I'm from Don Park, representing the Wake Up Zone Gym. Yeah. And I met my friend here, Monique. You see how ABSA needs friends? Yeah.
Right, now let's meet someone who's come from a little bit further away, which means they're in the northwest. Potchefstroom. Your name, Ausi?
I'm Mabiko Badala from Potchefstroom. So I'm running for Tlauke, by the way.
Why did you decide to come here today, all the way to Joburg?
I started running ABSA last month in Victoria. So I decided to come again because it's fun and it gives me a power to do a speed because I'm an ultra marathon. So yeah, that's why I do 10 kilos sometimes.
Okay, lastly, we'll talk to this man here. He's got so much sweat on his head, he's still catching his breath. He looks tired. I hope he can talk. My brother, your name? Nico Baloyi. Nico Baloyi, waterfall. Tell us about your run today.
Oh, okay. Race namuhla ku race yakahle ngopfu. Ngatakukhuthaza abafethu laba ngathama kubathamela today yalokishini and stuff. Kuba bayijoyina next year ngoku aloro Pitori.
Abatuthume abayijoyine next year. He said that he's encouraging his brothers to come and join. People that are busy enjoying the late night lifestyle, come and enjoy the running lifestyle. And I can say, I mean, that's the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K, guys. Enjoy the rest of it. And we will enjoy the finish line. Stay with us here as we bring you more.
Well, back at the ABSA high five zone, and you can see a lot of those athletes managing to get that high five there. and there won't be too far for these athletes to go to complete their 10-kilometer journey around the streets of Johannesburg. But you saw that interview with Musibodi there. Lots of athletes who came here today as strangers on the start line, but once they've covered that 10-kilometer distance, they have left as new friends. And lots of stories out on the road. I'm sure the athletes, when they go back to school and back to work, there will be a lot of stories to tell. Well, still thousands of athletes are making their way down to the Mary Fitzgerald Square. Shade of over 1 hour and 5 minutes now, but bear in mind a lot of these athletes had started behind in different batches, but down on the finish line, Musibodi has some more athletes to talk to.
Some fabulous people here at the finish line of the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. This time around, I'm going to go from left to right because this is a very special man here. We speak to him at every single race because he's one of those special who travels around South Africa running every single ABSA Run Your City series race. Why do you do this? Why do you punish yourself running around the country? You're originally from the Northwest, but I see you everywhere.
No, it's not punishment. It's actually taking care of myself. That's what I'm doing. And going around the country can only be therapy. You know, you need to get out of your comfort zone every once in a while and see other sceneries and see other people and, you know, do other things.
You're an inspiration to me. I love seeing you at every single event.
Well, I love seeing you too there as well. So next year.
See you next year. Thank you. Thank you. See you next year. Now, we've got some beautiful people here. Here's a young lady. What a wonderful flag. I think she originally runs for the Rand Water Running Club. But this time around, you're dressed in your national colors. Your name again, sister?
I'm Tommy Orlando from Federal End. I run for Rand Water Club. Today is a Heritage Day. That's why you're looking at me and you put at me about this towel. Towel this is a Zulu traditional towel. Yeah, I just love running. This is my happy place. I love people, I love meeting new people and the races.
Yeah. And you brought your flag today. It was very windy on the highway. How did you manage to hold on to that flag?
You train with the flag. You just train with it, then you get used to it. Then you just cruise on the race day because you used to it.
Well done. Good to see you, Tommy. See you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. And now let's hear from this young man here, John Nkosi. He's been around for many years running. Many years, I think over 3 decades he's been a runner and he's still running. John, good to see you this morning. How do you keep going? Where do you get the power to keep on going year after year?
You know, this is what defines us. It's a healthy lifestyle. And then since I'm coming from the wellness space at work, I need to lead by example. I have to do this to be an example to other runners.
How was your run this morning?
The run was good. The atmosphere was amazing along the route. The support we got was great. Thank you.
John Nkosi, well done, and good to see this young man, 60 years young, still running. Tato has more fabulous entertainment out on the route.
Well, Musibodi, we are busy enjoying our Heritage Day today. This is your first ABSA Run Your City series. Are you enjoying it?
I'm loving it. And I'm running for a cause.
And what's your cause?
I'm running for free oral health care for all, especially children in rural areas. So I'm running for them, raising funds for them, so that every one of them can be able to own any toothbrush.
And you know, ABSA Run Your City is all about your story matters. You spoke about how important it is. You look so beautiful in your Zulu attire. What's your story?
My story is ABSA. We run for ABSA. It's very important. I'm writing my story as I'm running, remaining healthy, good shape, as you can see, and enjoying our heritage. It's about diversity. So yeah, that's why I'm running ABSA.
It's about diversity.
There's donation, please, ABSA. I need toothbrushes for children in rural areas. Please, get hold of me. Thank you.
We will do so, and I know that And you ladies also want to go run fast at the 100 sprints. Are you going to do so?
Yes, absolutely. Watch me.
Mr. DJ, you came back for an interview. Absolutely fantastic. You actually run. Wonderful.
Actually, it's my first time. I just decided, you know what, I'm going to run, and you know what, it's a great feeling.
And are you enjoying it, Lepa?
Thank you, Tato, thank you.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I am, I'm enjoying it.
Okay, on the mark, get set, go! He's normally a DJ, but today he's enjoying the city of Johannesburg. And of course, you enjoyed it as well?
Yes, I'm enjoying it very much.
How's your run been so far?
Come again?
How's your run been so far?
Come again, Malavi. I can't hear you.
It's okay. Enjoy the race, and I hope you enjoyed the whole thing.
Thank you. All right, thanks.
That's all excitement here at Puma Forever.
Thank you for waking up. Thank you for your contribution. Shout out to ABSA. Thank you, Puma. Everyone, enjoy the day. Happy Heritage Day.
Happy Heritage Day, Musiburi.
Well, what a beautiful way to celebrate a Heritage Day, and all athletes from different backgrounds, cultures, all coming through together. 12,000 athletes in total taking the streets of Johannesburg over 10 kilometers and painting the streets red, as we've said, in all 5 of this year's series. And quite sad that it is come to an end for 2024, the 5th edition of the ABSA Run Your City series, now in Johannesburg. But as we've seen over the past few years, we can look forward to another scintillating series come 2025, and perhaps the possibility of increasing those 2 different cities. But down on the finish, all the athletes coming through there you can see that sub 70-minute bus, and that's one of the Puma Nitro pace setters, and they are bang on time. And you can see this is where all the fun is out on the road, and those pace setters helping a lot of athletes through down on the finish line to come through for their specific times that they are aiming for. We saw that first bus coming through for a sub 40-minute clocking. Not too many passengers on that bus, I must say. Clocking sub 40 minutes on this course, quite a tough ask, and you have to be quite a serious athlete to break that 40-minute barrier on this course. But the 70-minute bus coming through now, probably the biggest one we've seen so far, but they will get bigger and even more vibier as we make our way towards the back of the field. And I think the final bus is around 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 40 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, and that you can be guaranteed will be very, very big once they make their way down on the finish line. But talking about the finish line, down on the finish line, Mosipodi has another guest.
Now, you might think that today is Mother's Day. No, it's not. It's National Heritage Day. But you'll think it's Mother's Day because these people here behind me are shouting, "Mama, I'm on TV." So if you are a mother of one of these, then hey, they say hello. Let's start by saying hello to everyone here. The first one who was in the queue was you, young lady. Your name, where are you from?
Bianca from Alberton.
And how was your run?
Was awesome.
You enjoyed it?
Yes, I loved it.
Right, the man shouting, "Mama, I'm on TV." Your name?
Yeah, Penhouse representing! Yeah. And I'm from Riverside, Penhouse representing!
We've got someone here all the way from Cape Town. He's the one who brought the bad weather. Your name?
It's Armin from Cape Town representing Cape Town, the mother city!
And which one's better, ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K or ABSA Run Your City Cape Town 10K?
They are all good, brother. They are all good.
Good answer. Your name, young lady?
Zanele.
Zanele Wagu.
From Riverside, representing Petal.
So you guys are a crew, all of you from Riverside.
Riverside View. Pichana Wanashi, Riverside View. Rising Petals, Riverside View.
So do you guys train together and then do races together?
Yes, we do. We are.
So how was today? From Pulukwane?
Yes, I'm Buchira from Bulukwane, Limpopo.
Welcome, representing Bulukwane.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for being part of us today. Are you coming back again next year? Bye-bye. And they say bye. They said bye to see their mother on TV. We give you more from the ABSA Radio City Joburg 10K.
Well, there was a great interview there. We saw another one of the big buses coming through down to the finish line. And we are based here at the Mary Fitzgerald Square in Newtown, Johannesburg. And a lot of stuff to do after your run. There's a host of food stalls, lots of people taking selfies all around. There you can see Your Story Matters with one of the main title sponsors there, ABSA. And you can be guaranteed that those will be all over social media later. And a lot of live music as well down here at the finish venue. So beautiful scenes here at Mary Fitzgerald Square in Newtown, Johannesburg, as we see that beautiful shot of the finish venue where thousands of athletes are still making their way across the finish line. And Johannesburg, the biggest of the 5 series in the ABSA Run Your City series. 12,000 athletes out on the streets this morning, but en route amongst all that fun is Tato.
Well, the unicorn razzle dazzle is all about actually taking a selfie. The beautiful thing is I've taken my selfies. I've got so many unicorn selfies. Do people stop and take selfies with you, Mr. Unicorn?
Yes, ma'am, they do stop, and we enjoy it because they show representative of our country, our Happy Heritage Day. Yes, my name is Tabang, and I bless you with a happy life infinitely because I am unity for necessity, for humanity infinitely.
Taban, you gave us 16 bars already. That is a unicorn that's giving us 16 bars. And the cool thing is that they come and run through here and they take selfies. There's a lady here who actually wanted to take a selfie. Family Matters, how are you doing?
I'm good at you. I'm so happy to see you. And congratulations on your award. I'm so proud of you.
All the way from the northwest, coming to run ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg. Did you run Swane as well?
No, I missed Swane. That's why I'm here today. Oh, you know I love running. Running keeps me going. It makes my life easy. Mindset.
And I also know that you are a huge Tetedijana fan. He was here today. Did you also come support him Monday to run?
Definitely. I'm here to support him. Definitely.
All the way from the northwest to come and enjoy the 5th and final ABSA Run Your City series right here in Johannesburg. You look beautiful. Do continue to enjoy your race.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm happy to see
you. Well, the razzle dazzle is all about taking selfies. You might as well take a selfie.
Already fun out there on the road, and Tato, as she has in all the ABSA Run Your City series this year, really having fun there with the athletes. These athletes now making their way through that Puma Forever Faster 100-meter dash, and it'll be interesting to see what the fastest split there on the day would be. We saw in the Shwane ABSA Run Your City 10-kilometer last month, it was Alger van Zyl who covered that in just over 12 seconds. But bear in mind, he is a former World Championship medalist over the 400-meter hurdles, a great ambassador of South Africa who represented the country multiple times at both the World Championships, Commonwealth Games and the Olympic Games as well. But down on the finish line, as we've seen this morning, Mosibodi with some athletes.
Alongside me is Elise Joubert. And remember that the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K is used as a platform to raise funds for those living with cancer. Elise is going to tell us a little bit about it. Elise, talk to us about your relationship with the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K.
Good morning.
Yeah, you know, this ABSA Run Your City series is absolutely a celebration of community and fitness, and by partnering this year with cancer, it also gives us opportunity to educate our running community about the disease, cancer, and how important it is to take responsibility for your own health, to know your cancer risks, to know what to do to reduce your risk by inter alia having an active, healthy lifestyle, to go for your regular screenings and to know your warning signs. You know, for the last 93 years, cancer have done cancer research. We've been educating our public about the disease. We've been advocating for treatment and access to medicine for our patients affected by cancer. And we've also delivered a full range of peer support services to those. But we are not government funded, and we are solely dependent on our public, on the business sector to support us. And this partnership between ABSA and Puma, Cherry, Stillwater and Cancer actually just empowers our work towards accelerated progress in cancer control in South Africa.
I love what you said. You explained it really well, that this is a platform for cancer to educate the general public about what you need to do to reduce your risk, living a healthy and active lifestyle. Would you say that it's been a success, this partnership with the ABSA Run Your City series, in terms of not only educating but some of the funds that are raised from it?
Absolutely. As I said, you know, we cannot do it on our own. We are, as a beneficiary, this partnership fuels our work so that we can actually leverage our unique expertise and resources to be on there for those on the road with journey, so that they don't have to travel this journey with cancer alone. So it's just great to be part, and we so appreciate this partnership. You know, in South Africa, we currently experience an avalanche of cancer, and especially in younger people. So we really need the support so that we can be there and for those on their journey.
Precisely, and it's true. A lot more younger people now succumbing to cancer. Elise Joubert of Cancer South Africa, thank you so much for sharing that little snippet with us. And we look forward to seeing you at more ABSA Run Your City series events.
Me too. Thank you so much.
That's Elise Joubert talking to us about cancer. And you stay with us because soon we will have our winner of that brand new Cherry Tigo. She's just about to come across the finish line. I see the keys are being flashed at me not too far away. So when we come back, we'll be back with the winner of that brand new Cherry.
All beautiful scenes here at the finish, and these athletes have successfully completed their 10-kilometer journey on the streets of Johannesburg. The 2024 ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10-kilometer done for them, and they'll be very proud of their medals around their neck. And here we see another one of the Puma Nitro Paces coming through. That is the 18 minutes bus that is coming through. And you can see the whistles are being blown, the vibes are there, the music is loud, and the atmosphere is really pumping. And as you make your way through the field towards the back, these buses of the pace setters are just getting bigger and bigger, and that's where the vibe is, as we've seen all over the course of the ABSA Run Your City series. Lots of music, entertainment on the road, and we're going to be seeing shortly our Cherry Tigo 4 Pro lit that will come through, the 5th Cherry that has gone across in the series. But down on the route, let's hear from Tato.
The Cherry Cheer Zone is my favorite when it comes to ABSA Run Your City series. From Kabeja, from Cape Town to Johannesburg, it's always a vibe. I met up with Bukamuso. Bukamuso, today has been such a vibe. Yeah. Has it been easy, especially because it's cold today? Yeah, it's super cold, but we're having fun. Woo! And what kind of energy wearing different outfits. I saw people wearing tutu skates, and the other ladies were wearing tutu skates as well as the pinippa,
And what are you going to do for the rest of the day after moving from the Cherry Cheer Zone? I'll probably just go out, celebrate Heritage Day. No DNA, just RSA! No DNA, just RSA. And when it comes to the Cherry Cheer Zone, I know that there is one runner who's quite happy because they've already won themselves a Cherry Tico today, Musibuli.
Well, we've just given away a brand new Cherry, and that happened at the start of the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K this morning. Out on stage, our man Thabo Malete gave away a brand new car. This woman's name was announced on stage. She jumped up and down. She had won the brand new car, and then she had to run 10 kilometers with our wonderful pace setters. She's at the finish to receive officially her car keys. But before she does, your name, young lady, where are you from?
Hi, my name is Tebiso Matebula. I am from Centurion.
Tell us, Mama Tebula, did you feel today lucky? Did you throw the bones and feel like, yes, today's my day?
Honestly, no, I didn't. So this is, by the way, my first Joburg 10K run, right? So I was just looking forward to like my first experience as to do the 10K. So I aimed for an hour 20 minutes, but I'm done. I finished it in 1 hour 25 minutes. I'm so happy. And the car, I didn't expect it. I'm so happy. Can't even explain it. So.
Okay, let's find out what you won. Shireen, Vereen, I beg your pardon. Vereen Peters from Cherry, I do beg your pardon. What car did she win? What has she won here today?
She's won a Cherry Tigo 4 Pro Lit.
Valued at 279,000 Rand. What is in that car? Who will she drive with? What can she pack in the boot?
She can pack as much as she wants in there, and she can put all her friends in the car with her wherever she goes.
So lots of space, you can fit everything you want. And now, the moment of truth. Grrr, drum roll, please. And you have won a brand new Cherry. Thank you, Vereen Peters of Cherry, South Africa, and Mama Tebula, congratulations! Are you driving the car or are you giving it away?
I'm driving the car. It's my first SUV, so I'm definitely driving it.
Her first SUV is a Cherry. Congratulations, and she's the winner of that brand new Cherry.
Stediso Matebula, I'm sure, will be even happier than Gideon Kippengetter, who took victory earlier this morning in the ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10km. And she drives off with that brand new Cherry Tigo 4 Pro Lit. As you heard her say, her first SUV, but beautiful setting here at Mary Fitzgerald Square in Newtown, Johannesburg. Both the start and finish venue. And if you missed any of the action this morning, this is the action, the highlights of the elite men's race. Starting off at Mary Fitzgerald Square at 8 a.m. it was Sibusiso Nzima who really took things out quite hard there with Aure Galant in the colours of ABSA and Nedbank's Wellington Varevi, the Zimbabwean athlete who has his PB from the ABSA Run Your City Gqeberha 10km last year, that 28:06, a really fast international time. But shortly they were joined by the Kenyan athlete Gideon Kippengetter, who we saw for the first time last month in the ABSA Run Your City Shwane 10km, the Kenyan making his international debut in South Africa. Last month we saw him take a really strong lead from just after a kilometer into the race, yet he was caught just 900 meters before the finish. Would he be repeating that mistake this year? We saw him make that move just after the halfway point, but it was meant to be for Gideon Kippengetter as he made that a final left turn to go unchallenged down the Mary Fitzgerald Square. Your 2024 champion, Gideon Kippengetter, just ahead of Kristen Planga and Kebelo Molauti, former ABSA Run Your City champion, rounding off the podium. These are now your official results, and Gideon Kippengetter turning that second position in last month's ABSA Run Your City Shwane 10km into victory today on the streets of Johannesburg. 28 minutes and 51 seconds, a new course record. Chris Mflanka, his first ever podium in the ABSA Run Your City series in a second, 29.13, with Kabelo Malauzi rounding off the podium in third. Talent as well there for Elray Achelant in fifth, becoming the first athlete to finish in the top 5 in all 5 events of the series. Beautiful scenes here in the streets of Johannesburg. Former Comrades Marathon champion Edward Matibi rounding off that top 10 in 30 minutes and 22 seconds. And just as we saw the elite men starting off, it was the women who started together with the elite athletes, and from the start it was all about boxer running clubs. Glenrose Akaba in a scintillating form in 2024. We saw her set a new course record and pick up that extra 60,000 Rand cash bonus last month at the ABSA Run Your City Shrine 10 kilometer. Down in Durban, when she finished 4th, she broke a long-standing SA 10-kilometer record. And the question today was not could Glenrose Akaba win, but how fast could she run. Bear in mind, she's running at altitude on the streets of Johannesburg. It's a really tough and undulating course, but she was eyeing that sub 32 minutes and 8 second clocking, which would bag her an additional 60,000 Rand on top of the 30,000 Rand first prize. And she had it all her own way, together with a host of top elite men. Johannes Marketler, as he was from the beginning, former Comrades Marathon gold medalist, and just like we saw in the men's race with Gideon Kippengettich making that final left turn, it was Glenrose Akaba who remained unchallenged on the streets of Johannesburg to become your 2024 ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10-kilometer champion. A dominant victory with Max Delete Lesotho, Blandina Makitisi finishing in second, and the youngster from South Africa running in the colours of Tuks, Karabo, coming through for third. Well, these are your official results now. Glenrose Akaba, 31 minutes and 55 seconds, a new course record, picking up an additional 60,000 Rand for that time bonus. A dominant victory ahead of Makatisi, who came a second from Lesotho in 34.03, with South Africa's Karabo Mailula rounding off the podium in third, a time of 34 minutes and 14 seconds. But down on the finish, Mosibodi has another guest.
It's National Heritage Day today, a day which has become synonymous in Joburg, certainly, with the ABSA Run Your City series. And this young lady next to me, doesn't she look fabulous? Show us this outfit, show us the beautiful outfits. Yes, yes, girl, yes, girl. Tell us, what inspires this beautiful outfit that you're wearing here today?
Proudly South African. Yes, it's a mixture of Indabele and Sizulu.
Yeah.
Yes.
And where do you get these, the beads and the rest of it from?
I bought it around town here in Joburg. Yes. Yes.
And it made you run fabulous today?
Yes, yes. Yeah. Celebrated my Heritage Day.
And did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, I did.
Beautiful. Well done. Your name and where are you from?
Lerato Lichaba from Alberton.
Lerato, have a beautiful Heritage Day.
Thank you.
This man here has become famous for another reason. Running in this very famous cow suit. He runs in it all the time. Ultra marathons even. Boiling hot days. He's wearing this. But today, probably kept him very warm. Richard, where are you from? Good morning, how was your run?
Mr. Body, good to see you. From Bedfordview. It was a great run this morning. Wind was howling. Most times the guys don't want my cow suit. This morning everybody wants it. So yeah, for once I'm actually enjoying the warmth of the cow suit. So obviously raising money for kids with cancer, so that's what it's all about. Beautiful day to come out, Heritage Day, seeing everybody, all the different cultures, Magic Day, ABSA, Stillwater putting together a beautiful thing with Puma.
How long have you been running in the cow suit? I've seen you many years on the road wearing this cow suit.
So my sport at 17 years in November. Yeah, it's 57 million that we've raised since we started it.
Wonderful. Give the man a round of applause sitting on your couch at home. Well done, Richard, and well done for all the money you've raised for good causes.
So buddy, thanks. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for coming out. Thanks. Have a magic day.
Awesome. Next up, this man running for Cancer Active. We heard a little bit earlier on from Elise Joubert. They are one of the partners, is Cancer, of the ABSA Run Your City series, as we use it as a platform to educate people about cancer. My brother, your name and where are you from?
My name is Peter Mkeli. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for cancer.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So how was your run today?
Oh, my run was good. It was smooth, no hassles. Supporting the cause, telling your story. That's why we are here. Yeah, so we'd like to appreciate all the partnership that we're having with the ABSA, and the good work and all the charity work that's being done. We really appreciate this partnership that we're having with ABSA.
Awesome, you look fresh. I'll let you get on and enjoy the rest of your Heritage Day. Now, to the bus drivers. These are the stars of the show, the stars of every show, from long to short distances, and certainly here at the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. Danny Mokhata is here on the right, and he's with the people there next to him. I'll start with you, my brother. Where are your passengers? They've left you.
They went. I don't know where they were. They are happy for the BPs.
Were you on time or were you late?
We are on time. We arrived at 19, so we are right on time, 40 seconds to spare, which was good for us. Then big up to my partner, Beth, all the way from Botswana.
Oh, all the way from Botswana?
Yeah.
Your name?
That's Pastor Rantaj.
And how was it?
It was very easy pace. It was comfortable all the way. Yeah.
But we've met on a number of times at races. Your name again, my brother? Temba. Temba, where are you from?
I'm from here in Jersey.
And how was your run?
My run was beautiful. Thanks for blocking M1 for us. We felt like traffic cops finally. It was beautiful. No, but thanks to this bus driver as well. He had a mammoth task, but we were able to come through and on time as well. Yeah, it was beautiful, guys.
It was beautiful. Last question then. Why do you do this? I see you at races all around the country. Why do you do this?
You know, it's a passion. It's what I love. I love to see people happy. I enjoy running, and I've been doing this for the past 14 years. So it's my passion. That's what I do. The Conference Marathon, the 2 Oceans, the Soweto. I'll be in Soweto this coming November. So it's what I love. I love bringing people home, seeing people happy.
Well done for bringing them home, and well done to you at home enjoying the race. You will join us next year at the ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K. We have more.
Well, part of the ABSA Run Your City series is the Puma Nitro Run, where race sponsor Puma have their latest offerings of product with all of the new technology. We saw Glenrose Akaba setting a new course record earlier this morning in a pair of those Puma Nitro racing shoes, and this giving the athletes an opportunity to test the product, go for a short 5-kilometer run in their Puma Nitro running shoes, and hopefully feel just how good that new technology is. The running shoes have changed quite considerably over the last few years. The introduction of those new super foams, as well as the carbon fiber plates embedded into the soles, that are really helping athletes to reach that next level. And you can see a lot of Puma prizes being given out there to the athletes after the completion of their 5-kilometer, and you can see that athlete's really happy, and he won himself a pair of those latest Puma running shoes. But down on the finish line, as the 90-minute bus comes through by Mindlo, one of the well-known pace setters, we have Mosibodi down on the finish.
Well done, Amy. Great stuff as you cross the finish line. It goes down, man. It goes down.
But 1 hour 38 minutes into the ABSA Run Your City Johannesburg 10-kilometer, and these athletes still really making their pace. Bear in mind that they start in different intervals and different batches, and as I mentioned earlier, the further you go back into the field is where you'll see the bigger buses, where there's more fun. And you can see there the bus driver there, Steve, with a 90-minute bus. He'll be making his way through down to the finish, but down on that finish line, Mosibodi with some guests.
Right, ladies, I've got these two young ladies next to me, and I'm trying to figure out, are they twins? Maybe, I'm not sure. Your name and where are you from?
My name is Lorraine. I'm from Brega Park.
Brega Park, out in Boksburg on the east of Gauteng. Your name?
Hello, my name is Shamaine. I'm from Brega Park as well, and this is my twin sister.
Oh, I knew it! They are twins! Hey, twins, ladies, how was your run this morning?
But good. We enjoyed it. It's our fourth one this year. Thank you so much for ABSA.
Why do you come back every year?
Because we love it. We love the race. We love the vibe. We love everything. And we love you.
Ah, good to see you. All the way from Rega Park, twins, as they finish the race. And now we'll have more runners coming and finishing the race, as some of them are a little bit shy.
Running United Nations! South Africa! We made it!
We made it, the Running United Nation, right. Lady and gents joining us here, so that the people can see it. If I start to open your shoulders slightly, there we go. Your name, start ladies first.
Svenja.
Svenja, where are you from?
Cape Town.
All the way from Cape Town.
Juan.
Juan, where are you from?
Cape Town as well, brother and sister.
Brother and sister, Svenja and Juan. What are you doing here? Why did you come all the way to Joburg to run?
Well, what started as an idea between siblings and friends, we decided to do all 5 cities. And that ended up being the story for 2024. It's been an adventure so far, and I think no better than to do it with my sister.
Svenja, turn around and show us all the things again. So we've got Gqeberha, the first one, Cape Town, the second one in May, Durban in July, Tshwane last month in August, and Joburg, where we are today. So, tell us about how the different cities do it. People always say, this one is my favorite one. Do you have a favorite? What is it like?
I think definitely each city had something special. I think we like the pre-race collection in PE. We like the Gees in Durban. Tshwane gave us the best hospitality, and I think Cape Town the best route. And the finish was just absolutely amazing. And I would also not have done it with anybody else but my brother.
Did you learn something new about your sister? I mean, you're obviously brother and sister and you've been your whole lives. But did you learn something new in this bond of doing the ABSA Run Your City series together?
No, I think it's the resilience that I know she's got. And I think she's pushed through and she's challenged herself. And I think that's what it's been about. It just shows we're like-minded. When we commit to something, we see it through. So it's been an absolute adventure. Each city had each own story, and I think that's been the best part of it now.
Precisely. Well done. That's Svenja and Juan sharing their ABSA Run Your City series story with us. And we invite you to do the same. Post on the socials and use that hashtag ABSA Run Your City, and make sure that you share your story and your reason for running with us here, and share your experiences, photos and videos of the 2024 ABSA Run Your City series.
Well, thousands of athletes still out on the road and painting the streets of Johannesburg red with those ABSA Puma t-shirts, and it's been really fun on not just today but the whole series indeed. Starting in the beginning in Gqeberha, we had a Kenyan domination which repeated itself in Cape Town before moving down to Durban, where Galant took that magnificent victory, 27 minutes and 47 seconds. Christine Njoki keeping that Kenyan theme in the women's race, but Glenrose Akaba breaking that South African record in 4th. We moved to Tshwane last month, Lesotho's Kamohelo Mofolo setting a new course record to take victory in the men's race. But like we saw today, Glenrose Akaba taking victory in Tshwane last month. He repeated it on the streets of Johannesburg this morning with Gideon Kippengetic, who finished 2nd in Tshwane last month, taking that victory today. Course records all around, and 2 back-to-back course records for Glenrose Akaba.